One parent asked a small child, "Who said that our God is in heaven?" The child said, "It must be Mrs. God." We know that our God stays in heaven because Mrs. God said God stays in heaven. The question is, how do we teach our small children the basic knowledge about God? That child gave an answer that was from the heart, from what the child knows. That the source of information, source of knowledge for this child is either the father or the mother. So we know about the father if the mother tells us so, or we know about the mother if the father tells us so. So who tells us that our Father God is in heaven? Must be Mrs. God. She knows better where God stays because she is Mrs. God. That is the basic time for the parent to teach this small child and say, yes, you have tried, but we learn that our God stays in heaven because we read it in the Bible. And maybe the child will ask, what's the Bible? Then you show the child how the Bible looks like. Say, we read it in the Bible. The Bible tells us that our God stays in heaven. And we find it in the Bible where Jesus says, "Our Father who art in heaven." Our God is our Father. And Jesus says he stays in heaven. That's how we know that our God is in heaven. Teach the basic knowledge about God in the simplest way to our children. Don't complicate things, and be keen on occasions, moments, and situations where you can teach the faith very simply without complicating things. Teach the faith to the small children in the simplest understandable way. Don't start complicating things because you are the source of knowledge about God. You are the source of information about faith. You are the educator. You are the one who forms these children in the line of faith. Make it simple. So who tells us that our God is in heaven? Mrs. God.